each invited to join us today so that you may share in the joy that Michelle and Bryan are feeling as they pledge their love and commitment to each other. The decision to marry is based in love and founded upon sincerity and understanding, which leads to a relationship that is rich in confidence and trust. A strong marriage is dependent upon many factors. Beyond the love, respect, and trust that you can share with another, there must be a strong sense of commitment and loyalty that bonds you. A shared faith and belief in God and His grace in your lives is important in building a strong marriage. And also, important are a shared companionship and a willingness to communicate openly with one another, whether drunk or sober. This respectful communication and the love that it displays helps each partner to accept and to understand the other's strengths and weaknesses and allow for the continued growth that is necessary in all good and lasting marriages. In the Bible, Paul wrote beautifully about the power of love in his first book of letters to the Corinthians, chapter 13. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. It is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For our knowledge is imperfect, and our prophecy is imperfect. But when the perfect comes, the imperfect will pass away. So faith, hope, love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. When you love someone, do not love them all of the time in exactly the same way, from moment to moment. Such is an impossibility and even a lie to pretend to. And yet this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in terror its ebb. We are afraid it will never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life as in love is in growth, in fluidity, and freedom, in the sense that the dancers are free, barely touching as they pass, but partners in the same pattern. Personally, I always knew that the two of you would wind up together here. The concept of soulmates has been in stories and cultures all over the world. The Chinese story of yin and yang, the Egyptian Adam myth, the Sumerian story of creation, the Jewish Bachelor, and the Greek symposium story of human beings, which told that originally we consisted of three genders. Male, female, and the combination of the two. However, Zeus feared the power of the combined human form, and so cut humans into separate males and females, resulting in the perpetual ache of separation and a longing to regain the completeness by finding one's soulmate. According to Aristophanes, love is the term describing that yearning and pursuit of each half to recreate the whole. Michelle and Bryan, remember to treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourself often of what brought you together. Warped Tour, sponsored by bands. Take responsibility for making the other feel safe, and give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at some time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you and not just the part that seems wrong. Think about your friends and family, everyone here today. Think about the wonderful and fortunate lives that you live, and the little life that you have created who is here with us today. In this way, you can survive the times when clouds drift across the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that just because you may lose sight of it for a moment does not mean the sun has gone away. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. Into this holy union today, Michelle and Bryan now come to be joined. If any one of you can show just cause why they may not be lawfully married, speak now or forever hold your peace. Michelle, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him, as long as you both shall live? If so, signify by saying, I will. Bryan, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her? In sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her, as long as you both shall live. If so, signify by saying, I will.
I will.
Bryan, you already have Michelle's hand. Repeat after me. I, Bryan, take you, Michelle, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until we are parted by death, or the zombies. Michelle, repeat after me. I, Michelle, take you, Bryan, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until we are parted by death, or the zombies. The wedding ring signifies to all the uniting of this man and woman in holy matrimony and symbolizes the never-ending nature of their love. As we all are gathered today, Michelle and Bryan, abide in peace and grow in knowledge throughout your loving union. May the seamless circle of these rings become the symbol of your endless love and serve to remind you of the commitment you have entered into today to be faithful, loving, and kind to one another. Bryan, place the ring on Michelle's finger and repeat after me. Michelle, I give you this ring as a symbol of my vow, and with all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you. Michelle, place the ring on Bryan's finger and then repeat after me. Bryan, I give you this ring as a symbol of my vow. To not be like Jamie from that dork song. And with all that I am, and all that I have, I honor you. As you begin your married life together, hold close to you the words that you have spoken to each other today. Life isn't always an easy road, as you both know. Life isn't always also a smooth road if you're driving in Pennsylvania. Rely on your faith and in your promises made today to see you through these times. In times of trouble, be strong. Ask God to grant you the gifts of caring and understanding in your lives together, allowing that each may be to the other a source of strength and need, a counselor in times of uncertainty, a comfort in times of sorrow, and a companion in your joys. Or you can always call me. You have declared before all of us that you will now live your lives together in marriage. You have made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of hands, taking of vows, and giving and receiving of rings. By the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may get the bride. Friends and family, may I have the pleasure of presenting to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Bryan Noble.